It's your man DZ, you hear me? If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button also for me. And share this video. Ah, man. It's just very ironic that at the same time when the movie's coming out, that Taraji P. Henson and Fantasia both have some public announcements to make. And you already know that Hollywood always got some tricks up the sleeve. It's always some tricks up the sleeve. Just so happenly, both of them got public service announcement when the movie coming out. You know, and nobody cares. You know, it's real people, right, that are going through things in life. But these people that are well known want the people that are really having financial issues to care about what they going through and want this support. But people want to show them support when really people are going through something. And I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Who cares that you not getting paid enough in Hollywood? It's people out here going to work every day, right? Living check to check, short on the light bill. They short on their own bills. But, you know, in these situations, they want people to be concerned about what they going through, as in they want support. Man, y'all got to deal with it like everybody else deal with it. It ain't like they coming down to help the people that's really going through something and show them support when they ain't making it, or they being racially profiled. Because it's people getting racially profiled every single day. It's people that deal with these type of situations every day. But celebrities think that you gotta jump to their beck and call when they going through something to show them support. Nah, y'all gotta show the regular folk some support. Let the regular folk see that y'all are concerned about what they going through. People need to stop that, man, because they gonna make it. They gonna be all right. Taraji says she having a hard time paying her staff. Or, man, you better figure it out. Man, there's people out here every day trying to get it together. There's people out here every day dealing with getting kicked out the Airbnb, being racially profiled. So y'all ain't speaking up for them people. But it's like when y'all deal with an issue, right? Y'all want people to back you. You want people to be supportive and be understanding of what you going through. Man, nobody care. So this has to be a publicity stunt for the color purple. It has to be. I can't see no other reason why both of them would go to the internet with situations around the same time that both of them are in a movie that's about to come out. I can't understand it unless it was a publicity stunt. They need to make sure that the traction is focused on the movie. And you see this with the artists, right? This is the ill. When they know they about to come out with something and something's ready to drop for them, it's like it's known to create the confusion. It's known to create a problem. Fantasia might not even have got kicked out the Airbnb. Taraji might not even be going through what she going through. it's like, how do you know that these things are really happening with these people, right? When later on down the line, it all comes out that things wasn't what they said it was. When you try to like follow the situation and check into the situation and you want to be supportive, right? And then you be like, damn, this wasn't even what it was. It was like it was misleading. You know what I'm saying? They had you thinking that it was one thing and it really wasn't. So I'm looking at it like it was a stunt.
Son's birthday was on December 13th.
Listen to her. It's her son's birthday, and we concerned about her son's birthday.
Rent a house at the lake and brings.
And it's her son's birthday, right? And she want us to be concerned about her son's birthday when his son's out here right now that's having a worse birthday than he having. They ain't getting nothing. They in a bad situation. They might be staying with a friend. Y'all got the ability, like you said, to go buy an Airbnb. But they want the concern to be on what they going through, man.
6 of his friends. And so that's what we did. Kids, this house has games in the garage, like that air hockey, ping pong. They even have poker. They have a hot tub, and they have like a fire pit out back. And the lake is across the street. Kids, okay? We had somebody to come in and do, a company to come in and put in like a balloon arch. And for 2 hours in the daytime, we had a game truck. I pulled up. I didn't hear anything with no DJ. The kids were on the game truck quietly playing because they're gamers. Thank you guys for saying happy birthday to my son. The neighbors, I don't know if this is a color thing, and I don't want to feel like it, but my heart is completely broken that they didn't call and say like, hey, this is a warning, maybe you guys are too loud. Now remind you, we had a sip and paint with hot chocolate where they painted Sonic. Give me somebody's picture so I can show. I think it's one over here, baby girl. Where they painted Sonic, drunk hot chocolate, and then my husband put the fire pit on and we went outside and told scary stories. Now you probably heard maybe 1 or 2 screams, but the kids were in the bed by 9 o'clock. What time did they call with the complaint?
Had to be like 11:30.
About 11:30, stating that it was loud over here.
They got complaints. There was a lot of noise.
Oh, complaints, a lot of noise.
Had a party bus.
We had a party bus. That they were watching us on camera.
They got a lot of videos from neighbors.
Oh yeah, that they have videos, but nobody sent in. We're like, can you send us the proof, ma'am, or can we see the videos? The kids were sleeping. We were on the phone. We were like, do you guys hear anything? The kids are watching a movie upstairs. It felt like a black thing. I came home to North Carolina, out to the lake. What lake is this? Where are we at? Mooresfield? And all of the houses, there's like, this house sits in the middle and there's like 3 houses behind it where they can just sit and look at us. It feels like a colored thing, like I'm being honest. You're right. This makes me, I'm ready to buy my own Airbnb. I could have stayed at home. This is what my son wanted. I could have stayed at home. But this does push me to go ahead and get to own my own. And if and when I do, I would never do people like they just did us. They made us get up at 6 in the morning and told us to get all these kids up and get out. They told us to get out last night. My stomach literally hurts. Everything that I planned for my son today. They have a grill out here, you guys. They have a sign that says uncork and unwind, you're on lake time. What was the other one?
Was
What happened at the lake stays at the lake. Oh, they got a picture up that says enjoy life. I'm just like, well, how are you gonna? Oh, can I see your picture, baby? Yes, and it's so pretty. Sipping paint. No DJ. Sipping paint. Hot chocolate. Set the kids at the table. Watched us at the ring and said we couldn't have. So let me ask you guys a question. If you rent out an Airbnb, let's say you go somewhere for Christmas, you're going to see your family, or you can't have family over to the Airbnb. Y'all can't eat, y'all can't cook, and there's a stove. Y'all can't play the games that they have over in the thing, or go out in the garage if they have a hockey table and a... Oh, you can't run the fire pit, but they got one? Nobody got in the hot tub. It's cold. It's raining. I'm confused, y'all. It feels like a black thing. And all of the kids that are here with us, they're not just black kids. We love people. We love humans. Yeah, like, are you kidding me? I could cry right now that they made us get up these kids. Now I got to go in there and wake up my baby. I literally want to go to the news station, radio station, everybody, and tell them, don't ever come, don't rent out, don't Airbnb. This was dirty. This was dirty. But this was the push that I'm going to go tomorrow if I wanted to. If I wanted to, I could. I've worked that hard to go buy. We could go buy our own. And when we do, we not going to treat people like that. We don't care the color of your skin. You rent out a house, just don't tear up the walls. Just don't tear up the floors. Just treat it with respect. But you pay your money for it, so have a good time. Kids. Yes, baby. You okay?
It's because I'm riding in the car with us.
Let me see. I'm going to figure it out, okay? Sweet kids. Here you go, baby. Thank you for letting me use your Sonic picture that we had sipping. We about to leave. We about to go. And I'm going to tell you something. It's been a long time. I haven't felt like this in a while. Huh? Yeah. And I got to get my babies. It's raining, it's cold. And I'm dead tired. I just got off the road. I wanted to just make him happy. But you know what? That old devil. Y'all ready? I just said, I never do this. I never do it. I never do it. I'm always like, you know what? God got it. But today I know he got it. But also, I got it too. What up, Sora? And I just had to. We had to pack all this food. Son, put your coat on, okay, baby? Okay. Now I gotta go wake up my baby. I'm gonna let it... Pops, I think, is that Dallas calling you?
Where you at? You calling me, Scrap?
Okay.
You calling me? Oh, that's the kids.
Okay. All right, y'all. God bless y'all.
On your own, buy your own.
Buy your own, on your own, buy your
Buy your
own,
own.
buy your own, buy your own. Airbnb.
Y'all good out here?
Airbnb, that's not cool. If we were having a party and had a DJ, we could have had a warning. You tried to kick us out last night. Now we're getting these kids out. That's crazy. And I feel like the neighbors are sitting and watching. But that's all right. We love y'all. God bless y'all. Merry Christmas. Go see The Color Purple.
Now, did y'all catch that? Go see The Color Purple. How did that get thrown in there? Let me play that little part back. How did that get thrown in there?
That's crazy. And I feel like the neighbors are sitting and watching. But that's all right. We love y'all. God bless y'all. Merry Christmas. Go see The Color Purple.
Go see The Color Purple.
No. Hopefully somebody will take this and reverse it. Somebody said everything happens for a reason. You're right, baby.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's like you can't even feel no tight way for these people, man. Because it's a lot of games and they know how to play on people's emotions. And you know, people out here going through this type of stuff every day. It's people renting Airbnbs getting put out every day, man. Getting put out every single day. Every day. But these people want somebody to feel sorry for them. They want somebody to feel sorry for them, for real. And it's a coincidence that this happens at the same time that the movie's coming out and Taraji, she's going through something at the same time.
The audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just.
Now remember, she's an actor. So actors know how to act. How do you know if she's honestly feeling this way? She's an actor now. She knows how to play roles. She know how to make herself cry. She know how to play the role that she wants to do. How do you know this is true?
Tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over.
But honestly, this is like that for everybody that's out there going to work. It's many more people that feel the same way. But people think that because they in this light, that they the only ones supposed to get that attention to get things corrected for them. It's people that get up every day that go to work and just making it, feeling that they should be getting paid a better salary. But the people at the top that's known by everybody, they don't like the feeling when they feel that they not getting compensated correctly. Or is this just an act? I don't know, man.
You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working a lot, you know, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, here's a whole entire team behind us. They have to get paid. So when you hear someone saying, oh, such and such made $10 million, no, that's not, that didn't make it to their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%.
That's right.
Okay? So do the math. Now we have 5 million. Your team is getting 30% or whatever your team is off of what you grossed.
Sometimes
not
more.
after what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. So
You're tired.
I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I get that.
Well, I say to that, right? You got to pick a different profession because you already know in that profession right there, that's how they going to handle you. You not going to get the ups in their world. That's their world. You got to create your own film team, create your own movie, create your own everything. But they not going to let it go through. They going to keep you at a certain level so that you don't get above your britches, as they would say. They want to make sure that you understand that you don't hold no weight. You're just a pawn in the situation.
I get that.
It wears on you, you know? Because what does that mean? What is that telling me?
What is it telling me? Yeah. And what does it tell me? Yeah.
You know? And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, don't apologize. Don't apologize. I think it's an important message for people to hear because we see the lights, camera, action.
And then
And
they
it's so
tell me we
glamorous,
don't
yes.
translate overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face. And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, like, enough is enough. That's why I have other things. I have my TPH brand. I have my mental wellness. I have other things because this industry, if you let it, it'll steal your soul. But I refuse to let that happen.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Well, the industry been stealing people's souls. This ain't nothing new, but people look at being in that spotlight, being where everybody knows who you are. They look at that fame is a high within itself. So everybody knows the industry is robbing you. The people that are setting all this up are the ones getting all the money. The percentage you gonna get is like next to nothing to what they gonna make.
There's a song in there about life can never break your soul. It's a quote from one of the songs that Hallie sings in the movie. It seems like this is the right time for people to hear something like this, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was deliberate, wasn't it, Blitz?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, everything you did in this movie was deliberate.
Wow. And I mean, just
hearing that is...
yes. And
we have to take that in for a minute.
I have
we really
to.
do.
I
don't
have
want to
to
gloss over that.
I mean, and T, just so you know, calling you was giving you your flowers. I just want you to know that. We've talked about this before. We've talked about the challenges. And for me, you, Fantasia, Danielle, knowing how hard they fought to not have you all here, and knowing how hard we had to fight to ensure that, is what you just said right now rings so true. And we have to be brave, y'all. We have to be brave. And, I'm sure there are filmmakers here or listening to this podcast. You have to go with your heart. And
You had to fight for this couch. You had to
every
fight for this.
single one of them. And
What was the fight for you? What was the
Well,
what
the
was the pushback?
Well, first of all, it's exactly what you're saying, T, which is that, especially for black women, and I'm going to be very specific, it was like you were never here. And the fact that each one of you, every single one of you, had to audition for this role, roles that was second nature to you,
Second nature, yes.
roles that no one should even question. Just the minute the name comes up, the question is, how much? How much do you have?
Yes.
I learned something very important here, that especially, it's not enough just to come in and be a director. You have to come in, be a therapist, be a friend, be a brother, be a champion, understand that.
Hey, man, this is going on everywhere. So it's like, I don't know if this is the publicity stunt or if this is what's really happening. Because everywhere you go, people are going through something in this situation. They not getting paid enough. They want more money. Like Fantasia, the people getting kicked out the Airbnbs. But it's just real funny that at the same time, both of them are having things they want to come to the public with. That's the funny thing.
Understand that what happens here is going to be, it's going to be an example. And every time that I look now, and I've seen this movie now, I don't know how many times, because I have to sit through it all every time.
Do you sit through it and watch it from beginning to end?
As often as I can.
Because you want to hear the audience reaction?
That, but also, I've run into people who are like, "Oh, I've seen this movie 3 times already." First of all, I'm going, how? Because, seriously, because we just started.
It's not out yet.
And that's what I told you when I run into you today is, knowing how much the original, how many times the rewatch value.
Yes.
I've been so moved knowing how much how many times over. That's the real gift. The real gift is that this is going to keep giving. And the work that you guys have done in this film is going to inspire way beyond what we can see.
Amen. Yeah.
Right? And that, for me, ultimately, there's no reward they can ever give us for that. Knowing the healing power that exists in this work. Because we all came in harmony to do that healing work. I mean, most times rehearsals were therapy. We'll literally read a few lines, talk about the scene, and then we break into family. And I know this person likes it. My own uncle is like, my own father is like, my mother went through this. And before you knew it, we had built this real bond. And so I say this to say.
And that bond came very quickly.
Very quickly.
Yes.
But I also say this. You've got to choose right. You know, if you're a director, it's a huge responsibility because you're going to be the one with them every day. No one should tell you who to pick for this work. It is sacred work. Again, going back to that.
Yes.
And if our collective faith, I say this all the time, your faith in me, my faith in you, is how this movie comes together. There's no amount of paying a superstar to come play Suge will give this performance. This is you believing, right? And so I say that to say, I hope the work we did breaks those terrible and discriminatory ways. They get to see that we did it our way and we won. And I think, you know, you were saying something earlier, Danielle, about just seeing it, you know, being 15 and seeing it as possible. And I think that I hope that a director will see us. And I have to be also very honest, watching Ryan Coogler do a similar thing. Yes. Picking people he loved and trusted, right? And I watched the love and camaraderie that they had during those press runs for The Color Purple, and I said, "Thank God, I can see that." And so,
Black Panther,
for Black Panther,
Black Panther. And I remember saying, "This is what I want for myself. When my time comes, I want people I love who love me."
Yeah.
Right. And hopefully now somebody now has two. They can go Black Panther and The Color Purple. Oh, I remember that Color Purple press run. It was a thing.
Yes.
And that's what I want.
It is a thing, though.
And that's
really
what I
is.
want. And I think that's what this is all about, is just being exemplar.
That's right.
And having something that somebody can look at and go, wow, that's something to aspire to.
Yes.
That's right.
And now she talking about she want to quit acting. She know damn well she ain't gonna quit acting at all. Ain't no way she gonna quit acting. You know,
But I believed in me, and I knew there was space for me. I knew that my voice was needed in Hollywood because I honestly didn't feel like I saw me. They kept saying, "Oh, she too edgy." I was like, "It's a lot of us out here." But also what you're missing is that I'm trained. So don't expect me. When I walk in the room, I'm going to walk in as me. Okay? Because I'm going to be me. But I can give you whatever you want on a silver platter in the pages with the right check attached. So I'm not going to talk the way you want me to talk because this is who I am. But if I have to speak that a certain way, if it's in the pages, that's what you're going to get. And it's going to be served up, like I said, on a silver platter because I'm going to do my work. But I'm going to be me. I got to be me.
yeah, this gotta be a publicity stunt, man. This gotta be a publicity stunt, man. I'm convinced all the way.
It just makes me feel good to give. I think as humans, we are supposed to be in service of each other. And, you know, I've been doing this over 2 decades and some change. And it just feels good to hear. Because when someone goes, "We love you," or "Woo!" really hard like that, that means I've affected them in a good way. And that was my prayer to God when I started out this journey, was to do work that mattered, work that would change lives for the better. I wanted women little girls to see themselves in me. Yeah. Art is healing. It has certainly healed me. It's been therapeutic for me. A lot of the projects that I've done have had to tap into some old wounds and open them up and deal with them, so I understand the power of art.
Well, let's talk about this latest powerful performance, Shug Avery. But also, there's a new element to this Shug. For those of us who have been fortunate enough to see this version of The Color Purple reimagined by Blitz Bazawule. Woo! And what I feel like we get in this Shug and in your portrayal of her is a real understanding, and of course the great Margaret Avery did a beautiful job in 1985, an iconic job, but I think there's something that you do in your work that made me, whenever I watched Shug before, I didn't feel as much like I was her, and when I watch you, and this is how I feel every time I watch you, I feel like I am her in whatever way. How do you do that? I mean, I guess we've got an hour and a half to explain that, but how do you do that?
I honestly, I just set out, like I said, it's about people seeing themselves, So, I play these characters and I'm very particular about the characters I pick because these are women that, if not handled properly, they just come off as stereotypes. Cookie, Yvette, a sassy black girl. It's deeper than that. If someone is loud or rambunctious or they cut you off or whatever your quirk may be with another human, there's always a reason behind that. And I think that's what the people are identifying with, the reasons why these characters are the way they are. And I go deep. I go real deep.
Yeah, I mean, in one sense, she's talking about the movie, but to create that friction, is what is going to get people wanting to go see the movie. You know what I'm saying? By her saying she's not getting enough money, but she's already took what she's going to get paid for the money for the movie. So regardless if the movie go crazy, she already accepted what she wants for the movie. And, it's like she an actor. So by me seeing her cry on there, it makes me look at it, totally different. You know what I'm saying? It makes me look at it totally different. Yeah, it made me look at them totally different, man. I ain't going for it. They want to hype the movie up, man. Get people going to go look at the movie, hype you up.
So 2018 was when I finally got a real quote. And that is the last time that I haven't gotten a raise since then. And each and every project that I have to fight for that.
You still have to fight.
I have to fight for that. Yeah.
What does that do to you?
That's why I'm not excited anymore.
It takes
all of that away. And I know what other people are getting paid.
What do you think that's about?
It's about me being a woman and a black woman. I still don't think that this town respects what black women bring to the table. So 2018 was when I finally got a real quote. And that is the last time that I haven't.
I mean, that could be, I'm sure, in a male-dominating field that runs it, they might handle people different. But you can see now that a lot of things is handled different in these situations. But then it's a lot of crazy stuff behind the scenes. You know, it's a lot of crazy stuff behind the scenes. But at the same time, it's just like, are they wanting to talk about these things right now because of the movies coming out? And Fantasia too. Now she's getting kicked out the Airbnb, and you know, it's like these situations, man.
That damn sister, Miss
Yeah,
Seeley's Blues.
right.
I was nervous. Because when I first got the script, they were like, that's the one song I was nervous about. And I was like, I don't have to sing Sister, right? And they were like, oh yeah, no, you just have to hum it. And I was like, yes. And then I don't know, all of a sudden, Quincy Jones was like, no, I want my song in the movie.
Come on, y'all.
And I was like, ah. See, when people go, you want a career like, or I want to do work like, it's usually like the same sex, but it was always you and Don Cheadle. I remember watching Basquiat, and I was like, that's the work I want to do.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, I watched everything you did like this.
Oh, don't look too close.
No,
yeah.
I promise you.
Some of it, you know.
You're humble. That's great. I get it. But I just wanted to give you your flowers.
Well,
Because
thank
I
you.
know how it can be in the industry sometimes. And
Well, I appreciate that.
yeah, you
Thank
knock
you.
it out the ballpark every time.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You
And
know,
my
sometimes a couple foul tips here and there, but you know, I make contact.
It
Yeah.
comes with the territory.
It does.
You
it
know.
does. I watched The Color Purple last night, and I had forgotten. Oh, of course, it's based on the musical, so this is why we returned to it, and it was so beautiful. And your work, because this is iconic. It's iconic book, iconic film, iconic performances, and that's very challenging to kind of come back and reinvent. And you did it. It was so beautiful and so dynamic and so. I mean, she's singing. I mean, it was stunning. I mean, everyone across the board, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't tell if it's a publicity stunt or if they really going
I want to ask you about something before we get too deep into it. You know what I want to talk about, right, though?
I'm scared. What?
Come on. DC.
Oh, that's right. You are my homie.
Come on.
That's right.
Come on. So I want to ask as well about how you think DC has informed you, you know, your artistry, your interests. But a couple things. You went to North Carolina A&T,
Yes.
right? My father went to North Carolina A&T. You went to Howard. My mother went to Howard Law School. You played Katherine Johnson.
Yes.
My mother's first cousin worked with Katherine Johnson. She was one of the, you know, these human calculators.
Computers, yeah,
human
computers,
right down, because my family is from, I mean, I can throw a rock from my grandmother's house to Langley Air Force Base.
Wow.
It's right down there. So I'm kind of wondering if we might not be family anyway, but you also are from, where were you born?
Washington, D.C.
Where in D.C.?
I was born Gold Place. You know where
were you in Southeast?
Northeast.
You were Northeast, okay.
Northeast.
Because I grew up in Southeast.
Yeah, and that's where I actually spent most of my life.
Right.
I was born, I say we moved from Northeast when I was in the first grade.
Okay.
That's when we moved to Southeast off of Livingston Road.
My first home was in Northeast on Fort Totten Drive.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting you from the area.
Oh, yeah.
But you are, that's right.
Yeah.
But
And then you were in Prince George's County a bit?
So ninth grade, I auditioned for Duke Ellington School of the Fine Arts.
Okay.
10th grade.
Okay.
And didn't get accepted.
Ah.
So I had to go where we lived, and that was Oxon Hill. It wasn't by choice. It's just that I had
see.
to.
So we might have crossed paths
Yeah.
in Iverson Mall or something.
Somewhere, Landover, somewhere. At a go-go, who knows?
Right. But so do you think, you know, there have been so many incredible artists, performers, musicians that have come out of DC. Do you think that DC, because you play a range of things, you know, and then that's Color Purple, there's like this Southern thing, you know, which people don't realize DC is actually a Southern town in many ways.
Very much so.
Do you think that growing up there, can you describe how do you think it's informed the work that you do in certain ways?
DC is a real unique place because of go-go music.
Mm-hmm.
And we were already stars. Like, you know what I mean? DC has this air about it, like if you or I were walking down the street, they'd be like, oh, there goes Jeffrey Wright or Taraji. But you know what I mean? It's just this air because there's this whole genre of music that
Right.
only exists in DC.
Afro Potomac.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And it gives you, you're proud and a certain confidence.
Right.
And DC is a tough audience. It's
Yeah.
a tough crowd.
Right.
You know? And so if you can win over that audience, it's almost like if you can make it in DC, you can make it anywhere. I know people say that about New York,
Right.
but DC is a tough crowd.
Yes.
Like you can come and they can love you. You hit one wrong note on that stage, you might get Coca-Cola cans thrown upside. You know? So I would definitely say that DC developed a very tough skin for me, especially training at Howard University. You know, the
Vera Katz.
Vera Katz, Mike Malone.
I studied with her a little bit.
Henry Edmonds. You know, they didn't care how cute you were, how long your hair was, how thin you were. You could be replaced at any given moment. In that university is where I learned the word no. And I was like, I want you to tell me no, because I'm going to prove something to you. So I learned that just from DC in general.
Sure.
Yeah.
You studied musical theater at Howard?
I started off as just regular drama. Then I went to an audition I went to a rehearsal for Dreamgirls. And when they started singing, I was like, oh my God, I want to do this. So I switched my major and was very successful in the musical theater department. But then I got pregnant my junior year. And now I'm a mother, time is ticking, and now I can't stay in college forever. So music theory is like math. I suck at math. So I switched my
You were
major
great at math
back
in
to
the movie.
drama. Well, you know, I'm a great actress. I'm good at acting. Yeah, that was funny because I failed pre-calc.
Take it till you make it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, what I find most interesting about your career, and is this true? Basquiat was that your first leading role? Well, the first leading role I witnessed.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
And so in your new film, this is your first leading role since then?
No.
No, it's not, because you did
Boycott. OG.
Duh.
Cadillac Records.
Well, somebody on internet got it wrong. Because I was like, that can't
You
be
mean
true.
on the internet it was not true?
It was not true.
Something posted on.
Wrong.
Wow, imagine that. Wow.
And I love that you get to show your comedic chops in this.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Lee, is this based on your actual life?
This is the story of the award-winning, chef-approved.
Yeah, she doing the press run. I'm thinking that, it's a publicity stunt, but maybe it's not. Who knows?
That shit.
No, I don't.
You know, when I first started acting, actually, when I was in college, like my junior, I was a political science major, and grew up in D.C. You know, everybody talks politics in D.C. Everybody, from the dude who's like, watching the corner, everybody. So it's in the blood. So I was a political science major, but I started acting like my junior year, and I switched. But this first teacher that we had, he was this old, he was kind of patrician, old New England. I think he had understudied Burl Ives in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. And anyway, he had gone to Yale drama school, and I asked him if he would write me a letter of recommendation, because I didn't have anybody else who had taught me really. I'd done a couple of plays, and I said, yeah, I think I want to apply to Yale and do I think I want to be an actor. He said, well, you might be an Eddie Murphy type, but I don't think you would be serious. I was like,
He said that? Really?
it was just ridiculous. I mean, I love Eddie. I mean, Eddie's one of the baddest ever. But it was also because I used to just cut up with everything that I did. We could be doing Chekhov, and I would try to find the humor. Well, and there often was. So I've always done comedy, particularly on stage, but I've never really, for whatever reasons, in film, had a lot. There've been some stuff, like Broken Flowers, the Wes Anderson stuff. I love the humor, his humor, but yeah, this was nice.
Yeah.
Because it was sharp. It was sharply tuned and smart and topical. So that was cool. But it's not a comedy. It's funny, but it's not a comedy.
Absolutely.
Because for me, really the heart of the story and the thing that I connected to on a personal level, I think the social commentary and the satire is really kind of wrapping for the gift that is this story of a family and this man who all of a sudden is left with his thumbs in the dike of this family that is coming apart. And that for me was what drew me and what I understood emotionally and personally, you know, because we reached that age where, you know, all of a sudden everybody's looking at you to be the adult in the room. Oh, I'm the adult now?
You're right.
My mom actually passed away.
Oh, I'm so
thank
sorry.
you. Not too long before I got this this script, and I think Cord has, you know, similar. Our director Cord Jefferson had similar resonances with this story of this guy trying to be the caretaker of the one who was his caretaker, and with the pressures that come with that and the sacrifices that are made as a result and things like that.
Exactly.
Invariably, you go too far.
You think? I don't think I go far enough.
Becoming hurtful.
Let's see what you talking about on Sherry Shepherd joint.
Taraji P. Henson. May not be real. We don't want them coming off. Please, right. They gonna come off. I just want, but you know how much you are loved. Oh my goodness, we just love you. You are like, if you're not a musician, so I can't say you're the soundtrack to our life, but you are every film, TV role. Like we just remember our lives according to your words. Thank you. You just one of those, and you so damn real. That's why we love you. Oh my gosh. And I know that you just came back from Bali, and I saw pictures of you in Bali this year. Girl, like this experience for you, was it a spiritual experience?
Yeah, I've been doing this for 20-some odd years, working, grinding, whatever you want to call it, and I come up for air, and I hit a brick wall. Yeah. I wasn't happy anymore. I lost a sense of joy, a sense of happiness, and so why am I doing all of this? Yeah. And so I don't know if you guys heard me on the Angie Martinez show, but you know, I didn't know it was going to affect so many people. Well, you know me, I'm just going to be me. Exactly. You know, and I was talking to my girlfriend, and apparently a lot of people have been feeling like this. And so I decided to take control and to find my joy again, that deep joy without a drink, you know what I mean? Without any kind of outside anything. And so I went by myself.
You went by yourself, no girlfriend.
I didn't take any friends. And you know when you're on to something really major, some change in your life, because the negative energy or the devil or whatever you want to call it will try to seep in. Yes, girl. So I was on my first leg going from New York to Qatar, and I'm a little claustrophobic. And but I know what it was. It was that negative energy, the devil trying to stop me from my journey of getting back to my peace. And I had a panic attack.
You did.
But I called my COO, Sante, and she talked to me, and we talked that devil out, and I literally was crying, and I was about to grab my bags and walk off the plane.
But you stayed.
But I stayed. And then I looked, because what happened was there was a wall right here, and I panicked because I was like, I'm claustrophobic. I didn't even, see, that's how fear, if you let fear take over, it will have you believing in it. I didn't even realize I had a whole section over here that I could scoot over from the wall. Right. So anyway, I got past my fear. I went and I did the whole trip dry, no drinks. I was drinking mocktails. I had plant-based food. Eat, pray, love. That's exactly what
that was your trip.
Yes. And I met
You know, because going by myself made me stay present. So
Yes.
I had to have conversations with these beautiful people that I met, and we still keep in touch today.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
My best times, my best vacations are when I go by myself.
Yes.
With nobody
I had
around.
never done that
Yes, it is because you get to know you and you talk to God a lot
Yes,
more.
I did. I
You really-
did. I
Well,
was in the middle of a rice field, so it was just me and God and the rice.
Well, I know you didn't take your besties with you to Bali, but you got down in Vegas. I saw you with your besties in Vegas. Y'all, I saw you dropping it low when you were with Usher. Okay, tell me about this. You was jamming. Was that was that a spiritual experience over there?
Well, it was because I was praying to God that my knees didn't fail me.
Girl, Usher, it looked like he didn't know where you was going. Girl, you better go ahead.
I had a good time. Happy birthday!
How did you feel on your birthday? Like on stage with Usher following you like a little puppy. Look.
I felt amazing. And you know what was crazy? He had on the same kind of blinged out jacket. We didn't talk about what we were wearing.
Really?
I just showed up and I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna work. I was part of the show.
Girl, it looked like you were having a good time.
I had a good time. But what I love is that my girls, they were in the back going, go T, go! You know, so they'll make you believe you can fly, your girlfriend.
I'm telling you, you got to have some good girlfriends
You
on
have
the
to,
list.
yeah.
Girl.
Hey, man. Let me know what you think about this, man. Let me know if you feel that it was a publicity stunt with her and Fantasia to sell the Color Purple movie. And, leave a comment. Share this video. Subscribe to the channel, man. And it's not about the setback. It's about the get back.